Alright, all you duckies. In this video, we're going to go over the bare necessities to getting a mod installed and working correctly, hopefully the first time you play Scrap Mechanic. I'm going to wipe out my mods and I'm going to reinsert them just for you guys so you can see how it works. I've been helping a lot of people and I've been seeing the same problems over and over again during mod installation, and a lot of it has to do with the compression of the mod. In case you guys don't know what compression is, all it is it makes the file a little smaller so that when you beam it through the internet it doesn't take as long. And this is what gets a lot of you guys stumped when you get a mod and you download it and it looks like something the computer doesn't recognize. It looks like a weird file. I'm here at Nite, N-I-N-I-T-E. Here is where I get all my tech support resources whenever I need to work on or solve a problem on someone's computer. What you want to do is you want to grab 7Z by clicking here at the Nite website. By the way, I'm going to put the links to all this in the description below. After you click on 7-zip here, you want to get your Nite, and you should see a little download link appear down here in the left hand corner if you're using Chrome. For some Chrome users, it's up in the top right hand corner, or if you're an Explorer, that's how it works. Next, you're going to show this in the folder like I did there. I was able to open that by clicking on the arrow, clicking on the show in folder, and a folder will pop up and it'll say Nite 7Z installer. You double click on that, you run, it'll set it up, you pick yes, it downloads 7Z zip, and it installs it. Very nice, very convenient. At that point, a majority of your problems should be solved because you'll be able to decompress the mod. The next thing you're going to want to do now is to get the mod, and I have a link which will make it really easy to do to get the mod. My link, where is my link? How unprepared am I? Okay, this link that I'm putting on top of here, it's going to be in the description of the video below. This is basically all the stuff that you need all in one place just to make it easier. This is not to discredit or pull traffic away from MjM or Durf or Grego. They're awesome content creators. It's just awesomely more complex than it needs to be, and I will be giving credit to them and all of their work in the description of this video as well. Just scroll down below. Just because you're using this link does not mean you shouldn't check out what they're doing and supporting their channels. We wouldn't have this at all if it wasn't for them and the work that they put in. So please, I encourage you guys to do that and check them out. This is just for the sake of convenience and for the sake of sanity on my part. Just to download it all as one package makes it so much easier. And I call it the SML mod pack version 1. And this is what everyone in my community is using. Everyone who likes to come over to my world is using. And once you have it, you have it. Then what you could do is you could minimize this window. You could pull your mod pack out, have it on your desktop there, and you'll see a little 7. That's good. That means that 7Z archive has recognized this and you'll be able to open it up. The next thing we need to do is to find your Scrap Mechanic directory. And there's a couple of ways to do this. To me, the easiest way is just to go to your computer, go to your local disk, go to Program Files x86. I understand this may look different on different systems like Windows 8 and Windows 10, but the idea is pretty much the same. You want to find your C drive, you want to go into your Programs x86, you want to find a folder called Steam. The next thing is Steam Apps, Common, And if you have more than one game, you'll see a bunch of other games. Since I'm just a crazy for only Scrap Mechanic guy, there's only one in here. You open Scrap Mechanic, and this is the one that you want to do your modding in right here. Very important. This is a very important step right here. You don't want to drag the mod, alright, like this. That's the wrong way to do it. That doesn't mod anything. You don't want to pull this and drop it inside your data. No, that's the wrong way. Do not do that. First, you want to decompress the mod by double-clicking on it. And a window will pop out that looks like this. Okay? Inside of this window, you'll see the SML mod pack version 1. Click it. There are 3 mods in here. 2 you need. The third one, optional. Number 1 is the Scrap Mechanic mod by Grego. And these are numbered because the order you put them in is important. You need to put the Grego mod in first, the new mod pack, DMS-01 in second, and lastly, any skin mods that you may have will go in the same way. I have the Scrap Mechanic Lab Coats mod. But even before we do this, actually, now that I think about it, even before we do this transition and start putting stuff in, you have to make sure that your Scrap Mechanic game, let me pop Steam open real quick, is completely vanilla and completely clean. There cannot be any mods on your game. You do this by going and opening your little Steam thing here, right? Going to your library, right-clicking on Scrap Mechanic, going to Properties. This window will pop out, which popped out on my other screen, which I drug in. You go to Local Files, and you go to Verify Integrity of Game Cache. Now pay attention, because this may move along more quickly or more slowly for you depending on your system. As soon as you hit this button, you're going to see this come up, and you need to wait for this bar to finish. And then another bar down here will fill up and then finish as well. And once those 2 processes have completed, you now have a vanilla version of your game. Okay? Cool. You don't want to mod a non-clean version of Scrap Mechanic. It has to be completely clean before you start layering in your mods. So let's go back to our directories again here. And let's open that one up. And nope, I don't want to open that up. I want to open up the 7Z. Okay. So we're back here again. The difference is, I know my game is vanilla. There's nothing in there now because I restored the integrity of the files like I just showed you. Now, the first thing I do is I double click on the Scrap Mechanic mod by Grego. Double click. Inside there's another folder, Scrap Mechanic mod by Grego. And inside we have the data folder. You drag the data folder into the white area down here of this open window. Let it go. It's going to say the destination already contains a folder named data. On Windows 7, you're going to have to pick yes. You're going to have to check mark this and pick yes. And then check mark do this for 109 conflicts and pick copy and replace. And that will install the first mod, which is the Grego mod. If you're using Windows 10, you just drag it in the exact same way. You go here, you drag in the data the exact same way. I'm not going to do it again though. And then you just hit yes. And that's all you need to do. It will override everything on Windows 10. It's the nice thing about Windows 10. Less complicated. Once you're done with the first mod, you use this little up arrow here. Keep going up till you get to the number 2 mod, pack DMS-01. Double click on it. Grab this data, pull it over, drop it in, pick yes, Do this for the current 11 items. Yes. Do this for the next 203 conflicts. Copy and replace. I'm fully modded at this point. But this is Scrap Mechanic Labs. Big shout out to 8-Bit Robin for creating the lab coats. I want my skin mod. Goes in the exact same way. The last thing you do. Skin mod. Want to merge this folder with this one? Yes. Do this for the all current items. Check that. Yes. Do this for the next 29 conflicts. Copy and replace. Yes. And that, my friends, is how you fully mod your Scrap Mechanic to the latest mods. OBS is really weird, so I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to continue this after a little commercial break, and I'll be showing you how it's modded, and everything's working great. See you soon. Right, welcome back all my little duckies. The reason why I took a commercial break is because OBS gets a little weird when you go from recording your desktop to recording a game. There's probably a really cool way of doing it. I haven't quite got the hang of it yet, so I switched over to Fraps during our little commercial break, and I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff that works now that I'm fully modded. Me and the community have been having so much fun, and we are extremely grateful to the modding community that is starting to grow around Scrap Mechanic. The stuff that you're enabling us to do is absolutely fantastic. It's going to load really slowly the first time you set up your mods, and as you can see here, it's really slow, but it will happen. Just be patient, give it some time, and you will soon be in your fully modded world. How do you know you got all the mods and you did everything correctly? First off, you'd be able to enter one of my worlds, which is usually a jam-packed scrapyard of stuff with everybody doing everything ideally at the same time and loving it. The next way of knowing for sure is starting your own world and pressing your inventory button, which is I, and scrolling through and seeing you have the Durf stuff, the MjM stuff in there too, and the Grego stuff here at the bottom. And you'll know the mod worked out right when you're able to see all of those things. I guess you start off with the heavy. I think Durf made the super heavyweight blocks. He also did the bed and other really cool stuff. MjM added all these extra new seats, so awesome. He added the guns, which are firing off there. And of course we have our traditional Grego parts near the bottom, and a nice surprise here, a lot of spheres for all these activities that we've been wanting to do that we can do now. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys are going to be able to rip through doing your modding now and get your modding done in the least painful way. Once again, a big shout out to our modders for all the work that they do and how much I appreciate the work that they're doing, and I'm looking forward to better implementation for mods coming this month. I will definitely be keeping my radar up and making sure when that stuff is implemented that I will be going down that road, doing that stuff, doing that thing. Keep dreaming, keep building, guys. You guys are building such crazy stuff. Wow. This is Chief Engineer signing off.